Thank you, sir.
Too bad you're coaching a bunch of girls, you know, wanker.
Hey everyone, it's Gilbert.K here. Welcome back to my channel. Gilbert.K Take is the segment where I break down the biggest stories in entertainment. My way, my take, no fluff, just a real conversation nobody else is having. All right, folks, let's talk about something that generally made my week, because between the chaos of everything happening in the world right now, and trust me, there's a lot, the universe decided to drop a little gift on us. Ted Lasso is coming back on August 5th, 2026 on Apple TV Plus, Season 4. And listen, I don't throw the word perfect timing around lightly, but perfect timing. Here's why this matters. We are weeks away from the FIFA World Cup. Weeks. I know. Some of you, like, you're a movie guy. What do you know about football? And you're right, I'm not a sports person. Never been. Growing up, music was my thing. Films were my thing. Sports, not really my word. I'd work out, yeah, but watching game on TV just never grabbed me. Except for soccer, or for my friends outside in North America, football. Because football was never just a sport in my house. It was an event. It was a community. It was magic. I want to take you back for a sec. My dad, my hero, my guy, he get us a color TV. Now this might sound ordinary to you today, but back then, in our neighborhood, that color TV might as well have been a spaceship landing in our living room. Word got out fast. Neighbors showed up uninvited, and nobody cared because everyone brought food, everyone brought snacks, everyone crammed into that living room together to watch football on a colored screen. People you barely knew were suddenly your best friends for 90 minutes. That's what football did. That's what it does. It turns strangers into family. And that feeling, that communal electric, I'm rooting for something bigger than myself feeling. And that's exactly, and I mean exactly, what Ted Lasso is about. So here's what we know about Season 4. Ted is back in London. Jason Sudeikis back in that mustache, back with those biscuits, back with that ridiculous optimism that somehow makes you believe the world isn't completely broken. And this time, he's not coaching the Richmond man's side. He's coaching a women's second division football team, which honestly, more ambitious, more interesting, more Ted. Hannah Waddingham is back as Rebecca. Juno Temple, Brett Goldstein, who also writes for the show, by the way, Brandon Hunt, Jeremy Swift, they're all back, and there's a whole wave of new faces joining the pitch. Plus Tracy Ullman in a mystery guest role, which alone is enough to have me counting down the days. 10 episodes, the logline says, Ted and his team will leap before they look. And if it's not the most Ted Lasso sentence ever written, I don't know what it is. But here's what I want to get real with you for a sec, because this show isn't really about football. It never was. One of Ted Lasso's show theme is about leadership. And I mean real leadership. Not the kind where you bark orders and expect people to fall in line. Not the authoritarian because I said so energy that, historically speaking, I cannot stress this enough, has never ever worked long term. History is littered with the wreckage of that approach. Real leadership looks like what my dad modeled for me growing up. He never forced respect, he earned it. He was smart, he was visionary, he was kind, and he taught me early that being kind is not the same as being weak. There's a massive difference between being nice and being a pushover, and too many people confuse the two for some reason. Being nice means you care. Being a pushover means you've given up. My dad never gave up, and people followed him because they trusted him, not because they feared him, because he set an example. That's Ted Lasso. That's the whole show. A man who leads with empathy in a world that keeps telling him empathy is a liability. And every season, he proves that word wrong. So as the World Cup builds and the football fever starts climbing, and it will, believe me, it always does, we're also getting Ted back on our screens at exactly the right moment, August 5th, 2026. Circle it, save it, and if you've never watched Ted Lasso before, I'm going to need you to fix that before then. That's all, folks. Thank you for watching, and that's my Gilbert.K take for why Ted Lasso Season 4 hits different during the World Cup. Don't forget to check other episodes on my channel and all podcast platforms for the latest films, series reviews, trailer reactions, and exclusive film industry interviews packed with tips, inspiration, and recommendations. More stories, more insights, and more movie magic waiting for you. See you next one. Until next time, Gilbert.K out.